This talk is about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, like hanging from a tree. You know, more people are afraid of public speaking than they are afraid of death. Jerry Seinfeld said that at a funeral, more people would rather be in the casket than reading the eulogy. But this isn't so much about fear as it is about making excuses for why it's something you can't do. Public speaking, people often think, I've got nothing interesting to talk about, or this isn't really for me, I'm not a very good public speaker, or maybe just I'm not really an expert. And I want to debunk all of those myths one at a time. So the first one, I've got nothing interesting to talk about. Really, you've got 20 minutes to fill a talk about something you've been doing. And my advice would be to pick something you're really passionate about, something you really enjoy doing, something you got a lot of value from, and use that and build on that. Another common reason not to want to do public speaking is that you think you're not very good at it, or you think you're not a very confident speaker. Well, people aren't born confident speakers. It's a skill. It's a skill you need to learn, just like anything else. It's a skill you need to learn by practicing. So the best way to practice is to go and do it. Start off small, pick a small user group or a meetup or something like that, and then work your way up. Don't go and sign up for a 400-person talk as your first go. You need to practice in front of a small audience and keep doing it, and eventually you'll become better and better. You'll find your niche, you'll find what you're comfortable with. Don't try and copy other people. Just stick with a style that works for you and build on that. Then, I'm not an expert, I'm just a beginner. Or, I'm not as great as these other people I see going up and speaking at conferences, or I don't know as much as they do. But actually, well, first of all, beginner talks are really popular at conferences. People will always enjoy hearing about how you as a beginner have learned something, what you've learned, why you've learned it, any kind of tips and tricks along the way that other people could pick up on. Also, experts don't necessarily make the best speakers. Just because you know everything about a particular topic doesn't mean you could speak succinctly about it for 20 minutes. Okay, so if you're going to go through all this trouble, if you're going to put yourself, you're going to feel a little bit embarrassed, you're going to have to push yourself, you're going to have to go and sign up for something you're not comfortable for, why? Why even do it in the first place? I think there's lots of reasons. One of those is that presenting on the topic is a really good way to learn about it, and there's no better way to show that you understand something in a lot of detail than having to simplify it for other people. So if you want to understand something in such a level of detail that you can present it in 20 minutes, condense it down and show other people what you know, that's probably a great way to learn a particular topic. Presenting is about selling an idea. If you have that skill and you know how to sell an idea, how to sell a concept, you can use that in your everyday life. You can use that in asking for why you should have a promotion, why your project is a fantastic idea. Presentation skills, trying to get a concept across passionately and succinctly, is a skill you can use in any part of your day-to-day life. You can use it at work, you can use it at home, in your job. You can use that to show your boss why they should pick you for the next project. You could show one other team why your application should be used, or show why the approach that you've picked is the best one. Being able to present something clearly to other people and being able to convince them that it's the best idea is definitely a skill that everybody needs to have. And you can't do that unless you practice. I'm definitely not a natural public speaker. But I've learnt by doing and by practicing and asking for feedback and trying to improve and doing it again. And just that's been my time over the last few years, has been trying to push myself and put myself in really uncomfortable situations like this. Look if I was actually hanging from the tree.
So you can go signing off.
With lots of plum trees, a sheep, a duck, a kangaroo.